All right. All right. We're live. We're live. Better be alive. Thank God for Jesus. Like my mother always say, guys, welcome to Toxic Talk Thursday and the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Shout out to all the folks over there in YouTube. We truly appreciate you. If you don't mind, please like, share, follow, and subscribe to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. We truly appreciate all you guys. We hope everyone's well. We hope your family's well today on this action-packed show. We definitely, truly appreciate you. This is where you get your morning love, but most importantly, it's the only place on this entire earth where you get your morning started right, almost 10 years running. To the Queen, Miss Miko, I hope you can hear me, but God bless. Good to see you. You're looking well. Skin looks great. And how are you, young lady?
Hi, Shawn. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I feel good. How are you? How
I
was
feel
your
good. You
holiday
sound a little
weekend?
low, but I can hear you. See
Let
if
me
you
make
can
sure.
see if you can pump up the volume, pump up the volume.
Can you
Just
hear
say
me better
something
now,
now.
Shawn? Testing 1, 2. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're a little low, but I can hear you. Come on, let's just move on, guys. We truly appreciate you. Miss Miko asked me how I feel. I feel great. I feel great. I'm in a good space this morning. I'm happy and I'm grateful. You know, guys. Again, like, and I'll ask Miss Miko how she's doing in a minute. But guys, you know how I feel. You know, I'm in the fourth quarter of my life. 2 timeouts left. 1 22nd timeout. I'm grateful for every 6 minutes, every moment of each day at this point of my life. So it's all good in spite of what I go through. Miss Miko, how are you this morning?
I am wonderful, Shawn. I can't complain. I had an amazing weekend. It's my daughter's 26th birthday. It was her golden year. She turned 26 on the 26th. So that was super dope. We had a really good time this weekend, spending time with friends and family and traveling. And I'm just on cloud 9 right now. I'm watching baby Bailey on the monitor to make sure that we don't wake her up because we need her to be quiet for the next hour. We don't need her
Well,
getting up right now.
well, well, guys, let's give Miss Miko a round of applause, and I hope that you guys having a great day and a great week with like Miss Miko's having, hopefully. And she said one of the key words just now, as I'm barely hearing her. She talked about friends and family. Sometimes that's where it's at. That's where the important relationships lie. We live in a hostile environment kind of world. Hold on. Let me get the dog. Hold on, 'cause
Oh my
he gonna
gosh.
keep
What's
come on,
Cooper doing?
come on.
Sister Soldier, good morning. How are
He's
you,
gonna
Miss Lady?
he's gonna keep on. We live
Young and
in
a
a
Hill, how
we
you
live in
doing,
a
sir? Thank you for
we live in
joining
a
us.
world sometimes that's very hostile. We live in a world sometimes that's unforgiving. We live in a world that's stressful, depending on the level of stress that you're dealing with. And when you have just close friends and family that are important to you and you're important to them, that's really all that matters because it makes dealing with everyday life that much better when you have friends and family with you. And I appreciate you saying sharing that because that's basically where it's at in this environment that we live in. Now, let's get into the show. Oh, show sponsored by You Are Not Ready Ultimate Party Cruise. That's August 2nd through the 9th, 2026. We're going on the Norwegian Encore. That's the ship that we're leaving on. We're flying out of Miami. We have discounted down payments right now. It ends at the end of the month. Rob Jackson, he'll be next week. He'll be here. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the some of the folks will be interviewed that was on the trip last year at the beginning of this year, and we want you guys to get involved. Use the code word Purple Rain when you book with Shawn Harvey. So that's the You Are Not Ready Ultimate Party Cruise. That's August 2nd through the 9th, 2026. We're sailing out of Miami. You're not going to miss this. Last year we had over 400 people. We're trying to get the 1,000 people. We're trying to take over this ship. So y'all rock out with me, and I'm hosting, and we're telling jokes, and we're having a good time. So, and if you go on my Facebook page, you can see the promo that Rob Jackson placed. So we appreciate you, Nicole Harris. God bless you. We're gonna get another date probably in September for the live podcast, Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team. Let's get into this. I can't see the chat room. So shout out to everybody in the chat room. Show me some love. Show Miss Miko some love. Now, before we get into this whole situation today, Miss Miko, I want to share this with you, and I think you and I can identify. and a few others. I was walking Cooper, the Grandmaster Coop, my guy, my beloved. And I step out the house to walk him, Miss Miko, before we start the show. I said, let me walk Coop, then we get to the show, because I don't want to walk him after the show because I got other things I got to do.
Right.
And shout out to everyone in the chat room. Please, if y'all don't mind, we love to see the hearts in the chat room. And tomorrow's special guest, Miss Miko, are you around tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay, tomorrow's special guest is one of the New York Kings of Comedy, Gerald Kelly. Gerald Kelly will be a guest on the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team, and we're super excited to have him. Mr. Miko, the moment I come outside to walk Cooper, because he has to go to the bathroom, and God bless him, this dog is house trained. Let's clap for all the people out there that got dogs that are house trained.
It really makes a difference.
Because some of y'all got dogs to me that are not dogs. The dog got a pee pad in the kitchen or somewhere, some designated area in the house where the dog handled his business on his little pee pad. And then you just throw his waste in the garbage. You don't even have to walk the dog. To me, that's not a dog. That's a glorified cat.
Mm-hmm.
But Miss Miko, I come outside. I just put the recyclable, they came this morning for the recyclable trash, and they came yesterday for the regular garbage, which I was shocked because it was a holiday. I don't know how that works on your end over there in Easton, but when we have a holiday, you got to wait another day.
We a day back.
Say that again?
Yeah, we're a day back. Like, our garbage supposed to pick up today. It's not coming till tomorrow because Monday everything was shut down.
Right. Well, guess what, Miss Miko? On my end of town, it was a regular scheduled pickup. You have my condolences.
Really? It was a regular pickup, even though it was a holiday on Monday?
Yeah, because that's how we get down over here in Bethlehem. We built different over here than your folks in Eastern Pennsylvania.
That's pretty dope.
And Miss Miko, I'm still struggling to hear you, but that's why if I talk over you, it's because I can't hear you. But I'm concentrating on listening to you. Miss Miko, I come outside. I don't mean to draw out the story. And welcome to everyone in the chat room. Dow Lyons is the only one I can see in the chat room. Miss Miko, before I continue on in the chat room, could we show those 2 or 3 people some love in the chat room real quick?
Yep, Nicole Harris, what's up, my love? Greg Yuggernut Hill, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Sister Soldier, how you doing? Mrs. MG, good morning, good morning, good morning. I don't see Daryl Lyons. Is he on the YouTube maybe? Because I don't see him in the chat room.
Gotcha. And one is, traditionally on this show, as y'all know, we like to show folks love in the chat room, which we appreciate. Miss Miko, I come outside, I got Cooper, right?
Hey, Daryl, now I see you. Go ahead.
Miss Miko, I pull up, I open up the door, I walk the door out, I go to the store. I walk the door to the front of the house. A Honda Accord pulls up on me.
You were scared, Shawn?
Yo, Miss Miko. Yo, pulled up like they finally found where I live. I'm talking about somebody that probably owed $1,000 to 30 years ago. They finally found me. And they pulled up, and I live on a residential street. Nobody pulls up like this.
You took 2 steps
and
back?
The first thought I had, I was like, they got me. Whoever this is, they got me. For whatever I did 30 years ago that I can't remember, they got me because they had me.
Right.
Miss Miko, it was one of those type of cars. It was like a 2013 Honda Accord.
It was a pure car.
It was like a 2010 Honda Accord 4-door. That car that they roll. Tracy Ray, what's going on? That kind of car that they roll up in.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what, Miss Miko? They rolled up on me very aggressively and pulled their window down. And it was a black woman. Sort of fit your kind of type. Like she looked kind of like you in a sense. This was an African-American woman that rolled up on me. So my next thought was, is this a disgruntled baby mother that I've never seen? But do we have a child together? And now our child is 45 years old and you finally found me?
Uh-huh.
That was my next thought. I was like, who is this chick? I'm like, wait a minute, I'm a married guy. I don't have no side chick. I don't do anything like that. I'm like, so it can't be. It's not a chick. If that's a chick that I banged, I must have banged her years and years ago. So I don't know what's going on here.
Right, right, right.
And she pulled up in front of the crib. I'm like, how do you know where I'm
What
at?
does
And
she
Miss
want,
Miko,
Sean?
say that again.
What does she want?
Miss Miko, she pulls the window down, and guess what she says? She
What?
says, "Sir," she's very frantic, very concerned, very paranoid look. She says, "Sir, have you seen a black Yorkie?"
Oh, her dog ran away. Oh.
Miss Miko, it broke my heart. Now, while she's saying all this, Cooper's urinating. I don't like him urinate in front of the house because I like to take him down the block to urinate in the other person's house.
Well, yep, understand.
I don't like when my dog urinates in front of my crib. Don't like that. But I'm listening to her, and there go Cooper urinating. And she said, "Sir, I live down the road." She lives like a half a mile down my block.
Mm-hmm.
And she said she can't find her dog. So I said, "What happened?" She said, Miss Miko, she walked the dog. It was a Yorkie. She took the dog out the house to pee on the leash, but she wasn't holding the leash. And the dog, soon as the dog opened up the dog was up to my nephew, Lee Scott. God bless you. She
Shane,
said the
Shane, what up
dog
though?
immediately took off and started running.
But why would she not be holding the leash? It doesn't make any sense. Why would you not be holding the leash? If you know your dog is a runner, why would you not hold the leash when you open the door?
She said she had the right, exactly. She didn't. She had the dog on the leash, but she wasn't holding the leash.
That's
You,
stupid.
and especially, I'm sorry to say this, but especially dogs like Yorkies that don't listen. This is a
Right,
dog that don't listen.
right.
I've experienced a Yorkie back in the day. These dogs, to me, I'm sorry, Miss Miko, you still have your dog?
No, my dog passed away 2 years ago.
That's right. And what kind
I
of
had a
dog was
Shih
it?
Tzu. Shih Tzu.
Is that close to a Yorkie?
Yeah, little tiny dog. Pain in the ass. Total
Now,
pain in the
now
ass.
Yorkies traditionally, and Miss Miko could enlighten us a little more. They don't listen. They're
Nope.
not built like that, and they bark all the time. And they're very. I'm trying to say like they're very aggressive dogs. They sort of like have a Napoleon kind of complex. These are the smallest dogs on earth, but you think they're a big giant pit bull.
Mm-hmm.
When I dealt with a Yorkie, this dog bit me. I was like, yo, I'm out of here, bro. I can't deal with this. But anyway, back to the lady, Miss Miko. She was driving in a residential neighborhood at a high rate of speed. But I kind of understood why. But listen, you can't drive fast on these roads. You can get into an accident or whatever.
You can hit
Miss
somebody's
Miko,
child.
he said, if you find the dog, I live down in 15, whatever, right? Which, like I
Mm-hmm.
said, is on my street, but like damn near half a mile down the road. So I was very concerned. I was very concerned because if you've been, so I said, how long you been looking for the dog? She said over an hour. I'm like, oh my God,
Oh, that dog
over
is
an
in
hour
Easton.
in the
That dog is in
morning,
Easton.
a Yorkie, and you're half a mile away from where you live. So I said to her, I said, Miss, I'm going to help you look for the Yorkie.
You stupid as hell.
So what I'm gonna do for 2 minutes after we do the podcast, I'm gonna go outside, walk around the corner to see if the Yorkie's there. Then I'm gonna go to the lady's house. Say, hey, did you find a Yorkie? But I'm gonna tell you this right now before we move on.
That doggy is in Easton or Allentown, Sean. That doggy not in Bethel no more. That doggy is gone. It's over. It's over. That doggy is gone. That Yorkie is gone.
Say that again, Ms. Miko.
That dog gonna be in Easton or Allentown. That dog don't want to be there. My dog, when he used to run away, well, fake run away, he would run across the street and come back and sit in front of the door and just wait for me to open the door. He didn't want to go nowhere. He used to fake run away. That dog went away from that lady. He's gone. An hour and he ain't come back. He don't know his way home. It's gone.
It's over an hour, Miss Miko, and it's a Yorkie, and she's still
Or the
looking for him.
Latinos in Allentown that stole that dog because you know they love a dog.
This is what I think. I think somebody probably snatched the dog up.
Yep.
They're holding the dog, or now it's their dog. They might put that dog on
Change the
marketplace.
name, all kind of shit.
Or out here where I live, we got these little critters, we got these little foxes and these little animals that eat dogs.
Oh, that could be it too.
That dog might be breakfast right now.
Right.
Okay, because all these dogs and everybody in America, they dogs are domesticated. These dogs can't defend themselves but so long out there in these streets.
Yep.
So I pray that this woman finds this dog, or this dog is either lunch meat, but the way she was panicking, and you could see the fear and the panic in her face. And
Well, shame on her for not holding that leash.
yes.
So, oh well, so sad, so sorry.
All right, guys, welcome to the show. Any place on earth where you get your morning started, right? Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team with the Queen, Miss Miko. We truly appreciate you. Special guest tomorrow is Gerald Kelly. I hope the lady finds the Yorkie. But let's move on. This Yorkie might be lunch meat, but how devastating is that? That you have your dog there, and what some of us, our dogs are like our companions. That's why I said Miss Miko can identify, even though her dog's been gone for the last 2 years. Obviously, when she had the dog was like part of the. I safe to say, Miss Miko, your dog was part of your family, right?
I had my dog for 17 years. My dog grew up with my daughter. That's my second child.
See, see, guys, this runs deep. You heard what she just said. Her second child. Miss Miko, before we move on, do you consider getting another dog?
Never.
Why?
I wouldn't have. I can't deal with that hurt. I can't deal with that pain. We were devastated. We don't ever want to go through that again. Nope.
I'm
No
so
more
sorry, Miss
living things
Miko.
in the house except like goldfish and plants. We don't want nothing that we're gonna love like that. Nope.
Miss Miko, come on. Give a dog some more love. Y'all got
Nope.
love in that house.
Mm-mm. That shit was painful.
What
Nope.
did Mike say about this?
He was hurt too. That was his buddy.
But what's up? Can Mike get another? Mike, where you at? You chatting with
I
Mike? Get
don't want
another
no
dog in the house.
dog.
What?
No, like because I'll be the one stuck walking them, picking up after. No, I'm not. No, we're not getting no more dogs. Nope. Too much responsibility.
What about Mike?
Mike ain't getting no dog.
Does he want one?
No.
Y'all don't want another dog in the house?
No.
Y'all got so much love over there.
Yeah, but we travel all the time. We don't got time to be paying for
So do
room and
what I
board and
do.
all that
Just
stuff.
take the dog and put the dog in the doggy daycare.
No, we're not doing that. We don't want nothing else living in this house.
Welcome to the show, guys. The only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Shawn Harvey Morning Show, Wake Up Team with the Queen, Miss Miko. Miss Miko, you are on deck. It's your turn. Let's go. Pray for the Yorkies, guys.
Y'all, are y'all still following this puffy child
Yes.
trial? So Capricorn Clark, that was Puffy's ex executive assistant. And I'm a little disappointed in Capricorn Clark because she was only making $55,000 a year. And she worked from 6 in the morning until 2 a.m. That's more than 12 hours. She said when she went to HR to try to complain about it, they calculated that Diddy owed her about $80,000 in $80,000 in overtime pay. He threatened to fire her. Anyway, she was doing, first of all, she was doing too much work for too little bit of money. Like, ain't no way in hell I'm doing all that work, working all them out for a little bit of money. So anyway, Diddy enlisted Capricorn Clark to go to Kid Cudi's house so that he can confront Kid Cudi for dealing with Cassie. Capricorn said he came to her apartment. He was all stressed out, all upset. He got her in the car. He had a gun in his hand. They got in the car, him, and the driver drove to Kid Cudi's house. She called Cassie on the phone. She called Cassie on the phone, and she said, listen, he's at Kid Cudi's house. Cassie was like, Shawn, stop talking.
Hold on. Say something.
So she called Cassie to warn Cassie that they was at Kid Cudi's house. Long story short, Kid Cudi was like, he's at my house. What's going on? Da 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 da. They left the house. She said she had to change Cassie's name in her phone in one number because Diddy paid for her phone and he would take her phone at any time and go through her phone and see who she's been talking to. And if she's talking to Cassie, she was being disloyal. She would have been fired on the spot. But my take on this is, girl, you make $55,000. How you sign up to be accessory to a crime for $55,000? Make it make sense. I don't understand it.
Well,
So she goes on and on, huh?
First of all, Miss Miko, I can hear you clearly. I fixed the problem.
What's the problem, Shawn?
It was something simple. The volume wasn't up on my device.
Silly. So where was I in my story?
I'm
So
sorry
at
for
that,
interrupting.
the defense, they were just basically trying to show how Diddy uses force to his power to force people to do things they don't want to do, like enlisting her to go to Kid Cudi's house with him to commit a crime, which she didn't commit. But Diddy did some weird stuff. Diddy went to that man's house, unwrapped all his Christmas presents, and locked his dog in the bathroom, and then threw a Molotov cocktail at his car, allegedly, because nothing came out of that. It was never investigated. Kid Cudi never heard back from the cops. So we don't know where that's going. So we're going to keep quiet and we're going to wait for what's going to happen today. Is going to be day 12 of the trial, day 13 of the trial. And also, they're trying to call 50 Cent into it because Capricorn Clark said that she seen Diddy and he had a gun. And they was like, why do you have a gun? He said, because I'm going to the MTV Awards and 50's supposed to be there. And allegedly 50 and Diddy have some type of beef. So now they're trying to paint a picture of Diddy being some thug that carries around a gun to protect himself. What's your thoughts on this, Shawn?
Prayers out to the Yorkie. Oh, I'm just trying to get everything together. First of all, great reporting. Can you see me, Miss Miko?
I can see you fine.
All right. Give me a second.
So what are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out this device. Now, you said you can see me, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's start all over. Miss Miko, you said this young lady by the name of Capricorn. What's her name? Capricorn what?
Capricorn Clark.
Capricorn Clark. First of all,
Which
let's
I
start
think
there.
is a dope name, by the way. I like her name and I like the lady Dream Hampton. I think those are some nice names. You don't think so?
No, I don't think so at all. These are horrible
okay.
names.
It's just me. I
Yes,
think Capricorn Clark is a dope name. Okay.
No, that's like me. I'm a Pisces. That's like Pisces Harvey. It's stupid. Sounds crazy. I get it. Capricorn Clark. I get it. Virgo Harvey. Stupid. Sagittarius Harvey. Stupid. It's just, I mean, that's just me.
Whatever.
I'm just saying Capricorn. And then it's a woman. If it was a Capricorn, I would probably be, that's more masculine to me than a woman, but that's fine. That's her problem. But she's a grown ass woman. I think at the age of 18, you could change your name. I don't know.
Whatever.
$55,000, young lady. Basically, you was working for free.
She was.
You was working from, well, how many hours was that again? What time did she start?
She was working from 6 in the morning until 2 a.m. sometimes later.
6 in the morning to 2 a.m. at his beck and call as a personal assistant. You working literally 18 hours a day. You're basically making $2 or $3 an hour. But you chose to stay there. I don't know who in this chat room or anyone when they right state of mind is working from 2 in the morning. From 6 in the morning to 2 in the morning and only making regular money.
That's crazy.
If you're working from 2 in the morning from 6 in the morning to 2 in the morning, minimum amount of money you should be making is $1,000 a day.
Right.
$500, $600, $700 a day. That's the first problem here. And you had the option to walk away and leave your job. This sounds more like a disgruntled employee. Diddy didn't handle his business. But you know what? People want to be around Diddy. You want to be around Diddy. You want to live that life with him, but he's not really paying you. And then you go to HR. Who's HR? Is it the guy with the baby oil? I mean, who's HR in the Diddy campaign? This is not like a typical job where Diddy had everything together, where he had his company, had an HR or representative, and you dealt with that company. Diddy was probably coming out his pocket and paying everybody every week. But
I think Bad Boy Records and Bad Boy in his prime, when he had that Sean John store on Madison Avenue, all that, I think they was a legit corporation. I think he had HR, he had legal, he had accounting. I think it was a legit situation at the time. Yes, I do think he had HR. That's why Diddy threatened to fire her when he found out she went to HR, and they was like, "You owe her $80,000." And then when he did fire her, she begged to come back in like 2012. Like, girl, what?
Okay, special shout out to Mr. Rich Wilson, my guy, Princess Cox on pause, and the lovely Sharon Barnes. Looking forward to working with you in the future as well, young lady.
Sharon said his mother was HR. Sharon, that's good.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
Sharon,
And you know what? You're probably right when that whole
you might be onto something.
that bad boy situation back then there was a company like they were doing business the right way, at least with their employees. This is different now. Diddy got people around him. They didn't have the proper work
Credentials.
ethic or structure to write checks and all that. And for her to say, "Hey, listen, I'm a disgruntled worker. You owe me $85,000," and he's like, "Yo, if you complain, you can get out of here."
And they're
And
like,
then
nope,
and then you beg for your job back. Now
you're desperate.
it is so clear why Diddy want to go to trial with this. It is so clear. I think the Diddler is going to be found not guilty with this because only thing I'm hearing is a lot of disgruntled people other than Cassidy do have a legit complaint. Cassidy is a victim of domestic violence, no question about it. I think they gave Diddy the wrong charges, Miss Miko. The
I think so
charges,
too.
the charges, domestic violence and nasty.
Mm-hmm.
You're putting your hands on people and you're nasty. I think those are the charges.
But
John,
being nasty, is it a felony to be
yeah,
nasty?
the John Gotti RICO charges. I don't see it here. I still don't see it.
Right.
Now, for this young lady to say that, Diddy had a gun and said, "Yo, we going to Cassidy's house." Listen, you're the personal assistant. You getting paid $55,000. Did you go? Did you go with him? You
She
should have
did.
just said, right.
She
You
knew.
went with him. You
She
went
knew.
with him. You should have removed yourself. Was y'all having a sexual relationship with each other? No. So why are you
Oh,
there?
and then the defense also tried to say that she sent Diddy a text message saying, Diddy, I always had a crush on you, right? So they're trying to show her to be not a good witness,
Right.
like
So
a jilted lover.
right. So she sends out a text, yo, Diddy, I'm feeling you. Where is your credibility, young lady?
Yeah. Yeah, she lost her
First of all, you
credibility.
suspect. First of all, I would have never hired you. Your name is Capricorn Clark. I'm not
I
hiring
like that
anybody.
name, Sean. I like
I'm
Capricorn
not.
Clark.
Your name. Your name is Capricorn. I am not hiring you. I don't trust you, Clark. I don't. Capricorn Clark. I don't want nobody like with that name around me. That's the first thing. Secondly, you work around the clock for 55. No disrespect to $55,000 a year. You can make $55,000 a year in the times we live in today, doing anything and only doing it in a minimum amount of time. You can make $55,000 working 9 to 5.
That's almost like what, $1,000 a week.
Yeah, like you can do that with a little bit of overtime, like, and that's usually like the average salary with Americans anyway. But what I'm saying is, you working around the clock and you accepted this, but migrants was making more money than you.
Yep.
No disrespect to the migrants, but before Trump came into office, migrants was making 100,000 a year. But you played yourself, and then you go on the stand and you say, "Yo, I had a little crush on Diddy." You was for all the effery as well, young lady. But you're a disgruntled worker that's mad. Where's the criminal? What did he do to you but not pay you? And if
Right.
that's a charge, then is that part of racketeering?
Or did
This
he pay her in penis? We don't know.
right. This case is a hot, sloppy mess. This case got baby oil all on. This is a slippery case. This is a
Slippery slope.
this is a slippery slope, baby oil lotion type of a case. This is almost becoming the circus.
Mm-hmm.
This is a bunch of folks that are mad at Diddy for particular reasons that are valid. That are valid. But racketeering, uh, 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 interstate sex trafficking,
I don't see it.
I don't see it. Punisher got
Only
a
way we would see anything else come out is if they called that Lori Ann Gibson. That lady used to do all his dance steps for him, and Farnsworth Bentley to the stand. But they're not subpoenaed. Oh, and Aubrey O'Day. Is that her name? Aubrey O'Day from Making the Band? Yeah, she another one. But
right.
besides that, they have nothing. If they don't have those three key people, they have nothing.
I still don't see it. Day after day, day after day. The prosecution, I think, is doing a horrible job trying to paint a picture of racketeering.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, they should have put Cassie up in last, like as a crescendo. You should have just built the case up. You put her up. I don't understand why she's pregnant and she's gonna have a baby, and I get it, but I still don't see this. Miss Miko is saying it very clear. This is a case, like I said, the baby oil will prevail. Diddy is nasty. He's a freak. No
That's
question.
it.
He's a swinger. He's a narcissist.
Princess said, "Long live the SEAL team."
Right. He's a SEAL team. Like he would be one of us. Like Puffy would be one of us. And we see if Puffy was rolling with Princess and myself, we would have had him calm down. Like, yo, we don't need all these people around. We don't need to control nobody. Get Cassie in here. We put the baby all on her, and then we do what we gotta do, and then we go eat lunch. Because nobody was around Diddy. That's another thing about these superstars. There's not one person that was around Diddy like, yo, whoa, bro.
I mean, he had a bunch of yes men around him. So
right, he needed that one dude to go, yo, whoa, bro.
Bugging.
You can't put another man's sperm on your nipples, bro.
Right.
he didn't have that person there. Is he a criminal? Yes, he's done some. Yeah, he's broken the law. To spend the rest of his life in jail for John Gotti racketeering charges? I say no, I don't see it. And if I did, I'm the first one. They still bumping that Diddy music. It's bumping crazy right now. Yep. And when Diddy comes out, he looks like Charles Oakley at the moment. But when he comes out, it's going to be back to the turn up. I
don't understand how his whole head is gray, but his beard and his mustache isn't. Did you guys notice that? Why has that happened?
And I don't know. And then we will continue. I don't know. Maybe right. It's gray and brown in his chin. I don't know. But one thing I do know is that I don't see the prosecution. This is the government presentation of this racketeering charges is mediocre at best to me. If I'm on the jury, I'm still like, I don't convict. There go Diddy right there.
See how his chin and mustache is black, but his head is gray? Make sense.
Right, and look what the Godfather Solar Tracy Ray says. Even if he's found guilty, Trump will pardon him, and Trump's going to pardon.
I think so. He just pardoned the Christies, Todd and Lori Christie from the Christie show.
Right. So if you're mad at Puffy and Puffy should be in jail for the rest of his life, knock it off. He's already done time served. This is the type, like if they would have arrested Puffy and say, yo, you got to do a year in jail for all you've done, he would have took it. But all this going to jail for the rest of his life, because you got 6 disgruntled former employees and 1 domestic violence victim, which I'm not minimizing that at all. I don't think he should spend the rest of his life in jail. So I'm going to say this one time and I'm going to say it again like I usually say. Free Diddy. What else you got, Miss Miko? And you know what? Miss Miko, I wish we both had the time. We need to go to the courthouse and stand in front of the courthouse.
Are you saying field trip?
Yeah, wait, I want to.
Talk about standing in front of the courthouse. Did you hear what's going on? Diddy's paying people $20 a day to wear the Diddy shirt, $20 an hour to wear free Diddy shirts and walk in front of the courthouse. Did you guys hear about that?
I heard something about that.
Yeah. When somebody from his team approached a young lady and told her, if you put this shirt on, we'll pay you $20 a day to wear this free Diddy shirt. And she recorded it and she reposted it. And she's like, I'm not doing that.
Free Diddy. And well, look, I'd rather make $20 a day for a few hours to wear a free Diddy shirt because evidently you're making more money than Capricorn Clark did in the years that she was working with Diddy.
Baby.
Listen, I'm going to request to my wife, we need to do a freak off.
Good luck, Shawn.
We need to do our own personal freak off in the crib, just us two. And we'll get freaky with it. We have the dog watch.
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm gonna do a freak off with my wife. We're gonna get the baby oil out there, and we're just gonna do it. We're gonna do it up. We had the dog watch, and we're gonna dedicate that to Diddy. I say, free Diddy. Miss Miko, are you on the free Diddy bandwagon, or what you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I feel that he's not guilty of what they're saying he is with the sex trafficking and racketeering and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm with the free Diddy. Yeah, let that man go. Let that man go home.
Exactly. Chat room once again. Before we move on to the next, number one, we free. Type in the chat room, free Diddy. Let me see if I could type that in the chat room. Free Diddy. What else you got, Miss
Not
Miko?
not sure. I'm looking at the chat room, typing free Diddy.
I just typed some breaking news. I think I just typed something in the chat room. I haven't typed nothing in the chat room in 9 years.
That's why I said not sure.
Free Diddy. And let me let my wife know that we're gonna have a free.
You have what?
Let me let my wife know. Honey, we need a freak off tonight
Yeah, okay.
with Diddy on.
Tanya's like, get out of here.
Hold on, listen. Honey, we need a freak off tonight with Diddy on.
Honey.
Hey, babe, we need a freak off tonight with Diddy on. Freak. What else you got, Miss Miko?
I don't know how many of you guys look at Housewives of Atlanta. If you look at Housewives of Atlanta, let me know. I'll go with story. If not, we can go with something else. Put number one in the chat room if you look at Real Housewives of Atlanta. It comes on Sunday nights on Bravo.
Hey,
And if you
tomorrow
believe
night,
this,
guys. Tomorrow morning, Miss Miko will be on deck, and we have the one and only comedian Gerald Kelly. We interviewing him, so we super excited about that. And don't forget, the show is sponsored by You Are Not Ready Ultimate Party Cruise. That's August 2nd through the 9th, 2026. That's the encore ship from Norwegian Sales Company, and we're leaving out of Miami. So y'all come on and have a good time with us next year. Show note: Sister Soldier is still in the penalty box. Mike Mike is also in the penalty box for folks who are against the New York Knicks. So that's Sister Soldier and Mike Dixon and Tiffany Thomas are still in the New York Knicks penalty box. Continue on.
oh wait. Speaking of cruises, our beloved Cindy J, she is on a cruise. Let's give Cindy J farewell on her cruise. Have a good time. She's going for her daughter's birthday. So Cindy
Really?
J
I didn't
is
know
on a
that.
cruise.
Okay,
Yeah.
Cindy J's on the cruise, man. I hope she's not on that whack ass cruise that her and Miss Miko went on 2 years
Oh my
ago
God.
when they
Whatever,
went around
Sean.
when they went around Manhattan on that
She is
big ass
not on the
boat.
MSC. She is on another ship. She's on a carnival ship. She's on a party ship. She's gonna have a
Thank
good old
you.
ghetto time.
Thank you. And shout out to Miss Miko. She tried her best. Go ahead, Miss Miko. What else you got?
And yeah, so I was talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta with Britt Eady. Britt Eady was the newest addition to the cast. She's the one that got into it with Kenya and got Kenya kicked off the show. So she's supposed to be this well-to-do what do you call them people that sell houses? What do you call a realtor and
Realtor?
broker? Huh?
A realtor?
Yeah, realtor and broker. Long story short, she threw this big extravagant lunch at a golf course in Atlanta, and she tried to kick the designers, the decorators back in, was like, oh, you're late, you're not doing this right, you're not doing that right. Well, the decorator fired back. The decorator said Britt Eady did not have enough money to pay the entire guest. And if you guys watch the show on Sunday, you will see she specifically said on camera, only the people who are being filmed is to eat. Everyone else, they're standing room only. My thing is, I'm not going to come to your event to sit there and watch you feed and praise your friends, and I'm just sitting there as props. Why didn't she just have an intimate dinner with just her friends and do like a Kentucky Derby style dinner instead of renting a country club, trying to be something she's not, and then throwing the blame on other people? The decorator also said that Britt never rented out the country club. It was open to the public, and the reason everything looks so unorganized is every time she set up, the country club will come and say, listen, we need this table for paying guests. Paying guests would like to sit here. Paying guests would like to do that. So she had to keep moving her props around. And she said, as far as the food is concerned, she was not in charge of the food. Britt specifically said she's only feeding 9 people at her event. However, she invited about 60 people. That is messed up. It's giving fraud. I don't like her. I've never liked her. And my thing is bring Kenya back. I wasn't a big fan of Kenya, but the way that she was fired off the show was real corny to me to get this fraud girl to come on there and act like she got all this money in the world and she's Atlanta's elite. And she ain't nothing but a fraud. What's your thoughts? I know Sister Soldier said that she watches it. So, Sister Soldier, what you think about Britt Edie?
What's her name? Britt what?
Britt Edie. Let me show you what she looked like. She puts me in the mindset of Nicki Minaj. She has like that funny nose and that mouth. Let me show you what she looked like. But yeah, I'm not.
Uh, Welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning start right. Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Wake up team with the Queen, Miss Miko. Gerald Kelly is our special guest. And I'm going to call out Sharon Bond. Sharon, we're going to need you next week on the show to give us an update on what's going on with you. Britt, let me see what she looked like. Okay. She looked like a young, she looked like a young, she looked like a, she don't even look like a person. There's a lot of
She did a
afro.
lot of work. She was one of Rick Ross's concubines at one point in life.
Okay, so she was smashed. Her claim to fame was smashing Rick Ross, right?
Here she is with Rose, Ricky Rose.
So that's what it is. Okay, and her name is Britt Edie. That's that. I don't know
Yes.
which one is Britt Edie or Capricorn Clark.
I like Capricorn Clark.
I don't know. I don't know which one is worse. The Atlanta elite. What is that? Okay, these are rich folks in Atlanta. You know how I feel about Atlanta. Atlanta is overrated. Black folks are still moving to Atlanta looking real crazy. Miss Miko even wanted to move down there. Miss Miko was flying down there every other day to go to the
I
store.
was.
And I don't understand what that was all about. The Housewives of Atlanta. Yes, I used to watch that back in the day. And you're right. Bring Kenya back. I thought she was cool for the show. I mean, when I was watching it, I was a fan of Kenya. I don't know who this Brett Edie is. Brett or Britt?
Brit,
Britt,
Brit, Brit.
Britt Edie,
Yep.
whoever that is. All these shows are fraudulent. It's all a big production. Uh, and right, back in the day, we used to say perpetrating a fraud. This is all fraudulent. This is all made up. This is like a David Blaine trick. We are not being fooled anymore. Most of us do know that this is a production. This is all set up. And then you're going to sit there and have this extravaganza at some kind of field house or restaurant when it was free anyway.
It was at a country club.
It was at a country club and it was free to the public to walk in. So you're playing yourself.
Played yourself.
I do I do understand and give the respect to some of these reality shows that are still be out there and still relevant. That I'm not going to take away from, but I think it's a total waste of time. Britt,
Yeah.
Britt Eatney, and Capricorn Clark. These are the two worst names ever that ever was created. And Sharon Barnes in the chat room says that if the Knicks win tonight, she will be giving away watch party tickets if the Knicks
That's dope.
win tonight. Let's give a round of applause to Sharon Barnes. Now Sharon is part of the Harlem elite. I would say, and I you know, as y'all know, Sharon had blessed me with a job for one of her events, and when I tell you I was around the black folks that were elite. I'm around doctors and lawyers and all these type of folks. That's a reality right there. So I would say Sharon Barnes and a crew like that is more. They should give Sharon and them a reality show of that, because this is what I saw reality. All this stuff you talking about is all made up. Miss Miko is more of a reality personality to me when she sits there and advertises all her restaurant reviews without advertising the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team not one time. I would go with that.
Oh my God. Are you serious? Are we doing this right now? Are you serious?
So I would say this. I would say that the people that are in this chat room right now are more real than the real wives of Atlanta. With this Brett Eatley, which is probably not her name, Capricorn Clark, who's a migrant worker. No disrespect to the migrants. I would go with Sharon Barnes as more of a reality personality, and Miss Miko comparison too.
My life is lit. I have a good TV show.
You sure do. What else you got?
I think
Shout out to Miss Miko. She great production. Never mentioned the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up, but God bless.
Oh my God. We're not doing this, Shawn. I don't got nothing else. That's all I got.
Ching Ching Productions, man. What's up, brother? Good to see you. I got Chink. I'm gonna call you after the show.
We got to get Ching Ching on the show too.
I've asked him. I invited him on the show.
Ching Ching, why
So,
you don't want to be on the show? You acting funny?
well, not to say anything about Ching, but this before we get out of here, guys. Put a number one chat room if you enjoyed the show today. Put a number two if you didn't. Ching is a rare breed. Don't mean to tell his business, but Miss Miko, he's a single man.
Ching is not single. Don't let Ching fool you.
What are you talking about? He's a single guy.
Ching is not single.
It's Miss Miko. Ching's a single guy. He has his own place.
Ching is not single and he do not have his own place.
And he has a car.
He has a car, yes.
And
That's
he has
the
no
only right thing you said.
and he has no kids. And this is the type of person these are the type of men the type of men that are also like are really available. A
Are you
man.
really saying Ching Ching is single?
Yeah, he's single.
Ching Ching ain't single. All right, go ahead.
Uh, and in saying that, it's a rare breed of men and women that are single that don't have any kids that are grown.
Does his lady knows that he's single?
Oh my God! Yes.
Okay.
Yo, why you blowing up the spot like that, bro?
Sorry, Lee Scott just told me to mind my business. I'm sorry. I didn't. Sorry, my bad.
Who said
Business
that?
is mine. Lee Scott. He said
Yeah,
to
like
mind your business.
yeah, you wilding like that. Even if he wasn't, still go with me with that. You see how you are.
I
But
was shocked.
you up there like he ain't. This man is single.
Okay. Oh, he just said yes, I am. Okay. Sorry, Ching Ching. Ching
Yeah,
Ching
but
is single. Everybody. Ching Ching is
nah, it's
single.
too late. It's too late. You see me. You see, I don't
Sorry.
break. See, I don't break the man code. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mean to put his business out there like that, but he's a single guy. Now he's
Okay.
a single guy. He's a single guy. You put him on blast. Did I put him on
I'm
blast?
sorry, Ching Ching.
Yeah, did I put him on? I didn't put him on blast. I'm just letting him know what it is. Now this is, my nephew coming at me, especially with the Knicks.
I think they're
Uh,
playing tonight. I don't watch basketball,
yeah.
but I know they didn't play last night. I was so happy I was able to watch my own TV.
What Princess said? Let me put my glasses on. Princess says, Sean, call Cindy. I bet she'll answer because she's on the circle line over
On the Hudson River.
over
Don't stop it
on the
like
Hudson
that.
River. Put a number one in the chat room if you did the circle line back in the day. Put a number two if you did. Miss Miko, have you ever did the circle line back in the
I
day?
did, absolutely.
No.
Circle line was of time. Matter of fact, I did a circle line a couple of years ago. I went on a like a party cruise on a circle line. It was the oldest ship ever, the oldest boat ever. It's not even a ship, it's a boat. But it was a good time, baby. It was a good
Hey,
time.
hey, put a number one in the chat room. LaShawn Brown, God bless you. LaShawn Haynes Jones. Put a number one chat room if you ever did the circle line back in the day.
Yep.
If you're from New York, especially if you're in this group with us and you've never ever been on the circle line, I have to reevaluate your membership to this show. If you're a real New Yorker at some point in your life, whether if you was a child or an adult, you rock the circle line. So my question to you, Ms. Miko, is the circle line still the circle line in New York? Are they still
It
up
is.
and what?
It is.
Are you
It is.
serious right now?
I'm so serious. Let me see how much tickets for the circle line cost.
Yeah, before we get out of here, if you don't mind, because I think this is what I think. If the circle line is still in business, guys, and how many hours of the day it is, Miss Miko, I think that we all should get together. I got the dog in front of me. Miss Miko, I
It's
think
$50.
$50. That thing was $4 back in the day. Miss Miko.
If you want to do it at night, it's $55. And if you want to do it at sunset, well, sunset from it's $30 if you want to do a sunset.
Miss Miko, this is gonna sound weird. Shout out to Joe Butter in the chat room. Truly appreciate you, brother. My Bronx brother, the legendary Joe Butter, who one of those rare folks that I grew up with as a child. Shout out to his son out there making music. Joe Butter and a lot of us older cats. And one thing I love about us, we still got that swag and we still look good. God bless. Miss Miko, I know this is gonna sound crazy before we get out of here. Miss Miko, would you be interested in us as a group going on the circle line, Miss Miko?
Yep, I sure would.
Would that be
Absolutely.
something? Would that be something that you would be interested in?
Yep, I say field trip. Absolutely.
Guys in the chat room, put a number one in the chat room if you would be interested in going on a field trip with Miss Miko and I uh, on the circle line. Now, Miss Miko, you said it's $50 each, but can you read a review? Is it? I mean, what's the ship like? I haven't been on the circle line in 30 years. Like, I'm just saying, like, guys, would y'all be interested in meeting us down in Manhattan? Where does it leave from? Because I mean, back in the day, it left from the Bronx.
Did it really? It left from the
No,
Bronx?
no, 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 it did not.
Oh, I'm like, what?
Guys,
It
and
leaves from different piers. It said it leaves from Pier 83 in Midtown. It leaves from Pier 16 on South Street Seaport. Um, those are the two piers that it leaves from. And it
and how,
depends on
what,
which pier you leave from is what you pay. So if you do a sunset cruise
sunset. Let me write
from
that
the
down.
South Street Seaport at 7:30 p.m. and I put it for today, it's $30.
Oh,
And it's 1.5 hours. If
and
you
what about
do a 2-hour Harbor Lights cruise that's leaving from Midtown Manhattan, where you see all the buildings and stuff, and you leave at 7 p.m., that's $55.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. If you could do a landmark cruise from Midtown, that starts at $43. And it'll take you to all the landmarks, all the legendary, like the Statue of Liberty and all that stuff.
Would you guys be interested in doing one of these packages? Miss Miko, read one of the remarks real quick. Is there a remark on there? Is that uh oh wait, here goes LaShawn. Wait, LaShawn Brown is saying something. Let me put my readers back on.
Hi, LaShawn.
Uh Seaport is a better view with more to do. With more to do, I'll ride the beast. So the Seaport, how much was the Seaport again, Miss Miko?
For the sunset, the Seaport, $30.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 90 minutes, you said?
Hour and a half, yes. Now I put that in for today.
Miss Miko, is this something that are you able to do something like this?
What do you mean?
Like,
Coordinate it? Look into it?
yeah, let's coordinate it, look into it, but can you do it? Can this is something?
Yeah, I'm interested.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, why don't we go with LaShawn Brown? She said that the sunset is better at night, and you said it started at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, the Seaport. Yeah, it starts at 7:30. Now let me see for Saturday at 7:30. Let me see. Sunset.
Saturday, I'm trying to stay away
Now I'm just
from it.
looking at just a Saturday. It says it's cheaper. It's 29 on Saturday. Like you can pick your dates. So I guess the first thing we would do is kind of pick our date, Shawn, and we'll figure out from there.
Okay, so then let's ask this question before we get out of here because I know we got to go. I know we don't. Let's try to organize something here.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Miko, would it be best for you in the middle of the week or the weekend?
Princess said his chair may be too heavy for that old ass boat. We all going down. Princess, shut up.
And that's another thing. But Miss Miko, real quick, let's kind of read.
Yo.
Yeah, right, Miss Miko. Let's read the review real quick. Like, is it really like the same old ass boat from 30 years ago? Like,
All right,
is there another cruise line that maybe might be a few dollars more, but it's a better talk? Right? Like, should we research it a little more?
Let me see.
Or should we just do the old school circle line?
Princess is a
And what
Food.
kind of food do they have on? Like, what's going on? Like,
I gotta do all that research. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Let me do a little deep dive today, and I
okay,
get back to y'all.
okay. So, the first thing, guys. And Lee. Wait. So let me say something before you say what you want to say. Let me just say something to my nephew, Lee Scott. Lee, we're coming back to Dallas.
Again.
Miss Miko, I would suggest you come with us down there in September. This the football situation, the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. We going down to Dallas. It's September I'll get the date tomorrow. Nephew, I'm coming down to Dallas for 3 days. So clean the house up, invite me over, get the dogs ready, get the wife and the kid ready, clean the yard, and invite your uncle to your crib. Because that first weekend in September, I'll be in Dallas, Texas for a weekend. Go ahead, Miss Miko. What you want to say?
I like Dallas. Dallas is
So,
nice.
so come with us. We're doing a big party. It's gonna be about 400 of us.
That first weekend is my granddaughter's first birthday. I'm
Got you.
not gonna have
And
him.
and to my beloved nephew, let these people know in the chat room when we came down to Dallas, we took over the whole situation, and you saw hundreds of New Yorkers of people from up north. Then you had a good time that particular night. Go ahead, Miss Miko. What you want to say?
No, I was looking at the reviews. I don't want to say nothing. I'm gonna compile a bunch of stuff together, and I'll give it to you guys tomorrow. We'll just pick a date, and we could all meet, and we could do a meet and greet down in the Circle Line and have a good time.
Let's
But they
do
do
that.
have beer and drinks on there, according to what I'm seeing. Yes.
Could you read us one review?
Um, Let me see. A
Yo,
week ago, it says Circle Line Sightseeing Cruise offers a variety of relaxing and informative experience over 2.5 hours. It goes around Manhattan. The food, the drinks on board was too expensive. Unfortunately, outside food is not allowed. The toilets are on the lower deck with no elevator service. Oh, princess. I don't know, bro.
exactly. But Miss Miko, let's research a little. Maybe it might be another version of the Circle Line.
And and they posted a picture of them on the top deck in them chairs. Here go another picture.
Guys, Miss Miko's gonna look into this, but let's start from the beginning. Let's start. Guys, put a number one in the chat room if you're interested at some point during the next couple of months. Are you guys interested in what's going on the Circle Line? Meeting up in South Seaport. What is it called? I had
South Street Seaport, Sean. South Street Seaport.
I had a stuttering problem at the moment.
You all tongue tied.
Look at Joe Butter.
South CCC. What?
Joe Butter goes, nah. Is he going nah? The pictures are not that you don't think that it's a good look to go. Look, listen, imagine we had all us there, like the chat room, Joe Butter, Rich Wilson, all elite, Tracy Ray, Sister Soldier, LaShawn. Let's do this. Let's all the LaShawns. We got 9 LaShawns in the chat room. And they Roman Jazz. All of us. Let's kind of do that. And then, in the fall, we'll do the live podcast at Comedy in Harlem. So, Miss Miko, we're kind of outnumbered because a lot of our folks listen to the show from the New York area. So we would probably have to go out there. But so far, so good. Miss Miko said she's interested. We'll get in touch with Cindy.
Well, Sean, I'm going to ride with you because I ain't going to pay the congestion price. So I'm going to jump in your car. All right, deal.
Oh, my God.
Deal. I'm going. Pick me up. Swing by and pick me up, Sean.
You just gonna invite yourself just like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like I did on City and Vanetta's spa day.
Okay, good. So I tell you what, guys. Miss Miko, we truly appreciate you. She's gonna research it, get back to us tomorrow, and see if this can be even done.
Okay.
All right, Miss Miko, you got the last word. We're out of here. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in this morning. We truly appreciate you. Our special guest tomorrow is the one and only Gerald Kelly, New York King of Comedy, also on Netflix and all other networks and from HBO, Def Jam, BET, Comedy View. So please tune in. Miss Miko, you got the last word.
Opportunities don't happen, you create them. Have a good day.
Nice. Say that one more time. That was deep.
Opportunities don't happen, you create them.
Gotcha. All right, guys. We see you tomorrow. We truly let me put my free ditty in there. Uh, we truly appreciate you. It said Shawn Harvey Morning Show, Wake Up Team. That's me. Free ditty. Guys, we are out of here. Enjoy your day. And Lee, to my nephew, right? Did you let them know that you had when we came down to Dallas 2 years ago, we took over the whole restaurant and we turned up? Let them know that. And Miss Miko, that's right. You did say that. And guys, if you want to come down to Dallas with me, if you want to come down to Dallas with me, let me know. It's a few months from now, September the first week. I'll put the flyer up in the group room. All right, we are out of here. We see you guys tomorrow, and God bless.
Bye, guys.